Hey folks, come walk with me. So this is a weekend walk. It's gonna be a little shorter, and maybe that means just a bit more to the point, less rambly me. And then during the weekdays, you'll get the longer, say 8 to 12 minute walks. But today, I thought just a little nugget that has worked well for me. And I try a lot of different things, and a lot of them don't work well. But this one actually has worked well for quite some time. And I got so used to doing it that it took me a moment to realize, oh, I should share this. And this might be super obvious to some people, but I thought I would share it anyway. So I can tend to be an easily overwhelmed person, going through the checklists in my mind, the general sort of like non-stop script playing, running through scenarios, running through things that need to be done, things that I'm forgetting about, worrying about things that I'm forgetting about. And it can be hard to just sort of like focus on tasks, because along with that mindset of just sort of like scattered on the inside becomes scattered on the outside, right? And so when I'm just trying to like do one thing at a time, so that it can just be done, especially if it's something mundane, changing the laundry, doing the dishes, even just like getting a meal ready, it can be hard to not sort of like do a few seconds or a few minutes of that and then do something else, and then be like, oh right, I was putting the dishes away, and like come back to it, right? Because there's this constant list of things that are like yet to be done. And so when something pops up and you're like, oh, I could go do that now, right? And you stop doing the thing that you're doing, leaving that undone, and then coming back to it later. So it's a little bit of this like squirrel kind of thing. What's helped me a ton is just, as I notice, you have to notice it. That's the thing. You have to be able to notice what's happening. Like the thoughts that you're having, the runaway nature of what you're experiencing, right? That you want to go do 1,000 other things alongside this one thing you're doing. That in a very benevolent way of putting it, you're prone to multitask. We'll talk about that in a longer video another time. But what has helped me immensely is catching that mode of thought, or as I'm going to step away to do something else, being like, hold on, it's not what I'm doing right now. All that I'm doing right now is making coffee. Or all that I'm doing right now is putting these dishes in the dishwasher. Whatever it is. Or even if it's work stuff. All that I'm doing right now is filling in these items on the budget. Nothing else. And continuing to remind myself of that and saying, this is the only thing you need to do right now. This is the only thing that needs to be on your mind. This is the only thing you need to focus on. Whatever comes next, but this is all that's happening right now. And that thought, it actually helps me quite a bit. That thought of, this is all that's happening right now, because it takes it out of that like harsh ocean of things that are just constantly thrashing and crashing against each other, and this whole laundry list of things. And it just says, no. You can only do something right now in this moment, and this is the one thing you're doing. End of story. That's it. Nothing else to do, nothing else to think about, no other thoughts to have. And that actually helps me quite a bit. So to the extent to which catching it, pausing, and saying, no, you don't have anything to do right now but this. This is the one thing you're doing, end of story. And when this is done, you can take a moment and say, okay, what now? And go from there. But it can bring it all down a bit. Take the frantic nature out of just the general moments of the day. All right, folks, that's all I got for this one. I hope you enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you in the next video.